Hello, and welcome to our video tutorial on evaluating indefinite integrals using partial fraction decomposition. Today, we're going to evaluate the indefinite integral of 1 over x to the fourth minus 1 dx. To begin, we need to decompose our rational function using partial fraction decomposition. Start by factoring the denominator, x to the fourth minus 1. Notice that x to the fourth minus 1 is a difference of squares, so it can be factored into x squared minus 1 times x squared plus 1. But we're not done yet. X squared minus 1 is still a difference of squares, so it can be factored further into x minus 1 times x plus 1. Now that we have completely factored our denominator, we can express the original fraction as the sum of partial fractions. We'll decompose it into a over x minus 1 plus b over x plus 1 plus cx plus d over x squared plus 1. All these will add up to give us 1 over our original denominator. To find a, b, c, and d, we'll multiply through by the common denominator, which is our original denominator. We get 1 equals a times x plus 1 times x squared plus 1 plus b times x minus 1 times x squared plus 1 plus cx plus d times x minus 1 times x plus 1. We can solve for a by substituting x equals 1 into our equation. This gives us a times 2, which equals 1, so a equals 1/4. Similarly, we try solving for b by substituting x equals -1 into our equation. This simplifies to b times -2 times 2 equals 1, so b equals -1/4. Let's solve for c next. By substituting x equals 0, we'll solve for c and find c equals 0, and using any other value, c still ends up being 0. Finally, we solve for d by substituting x equals 0. We find d equals 0 historically because we handled this algebraically in the previous steps. Now that we've solved for a, b, c, and d, our partial fraction decomposition looks like this: 1/4 over x minus 1 minus 1/4 over x plus 1. The integral of this decomposition can be evaluated as follows. Let's find the integral of each term separately. The integral of 1/4 over x minus 1 is 1/4 natural log absolute value of x minus 1. And for the second term, it is minus 1/4 natural log absolute value of x plus 1. Now, we combine these integrals to get the final result. Our final solution is 1/4 natural log absolute value of x minus 1 minus 1/4 natural log absolute value of x plus 1 plus an overall constant c. And there you have it, the indefinite integral of 1 over x to the fourth minus 1 dx, decomposed into partial fractions and solved step by step. I hope you enjoyed the video.